Lily Starobin, elite FTS athlete. What do I do with my hands?
How'd you get started?
Their hands will not be in it unless they're up here.
Okay, so I started.
There you go.
I am a 148 multiply lifter, just total 1250 at the women's pro-am with a 520 squat, 300 bench, and 430 deadlift. I think sometime in college I started doing like, casual lifting at the gym. And then at some point in like 2012, 2013, I decided I want to get into competing in some sort of lifting sport. So I knew about figure and bodybuilding, and I knew about powerlifting, and one of them involved dieting, and the other involved like sweaty men with big titties listening to Pantera, and that sounded a little bit more down my alley. So I sought out some, powerlifting related gyms because I was just teaching myself how to do shit off YouTube, and I'm pretty sure I squatted like 95 pounds, and I distinctly remember getting crushed with a quarter on each side in a Smith machine bench pressing. And that's when I decided I needed to find a better way to do it. So I sought out some powerlifting people and, bounced around to a few different places. And then I ended up out in Ohio working for JL. And then at some point met Sheena, and we ended up out here. Sorry, I shouldn't look over there because I'm just talking to the camera.
No, that's all right. They'll never know.
And we ended up, she graciously invited me out here, and I started coming out, and I guess I just lasted long enough that Dave started talking to me and took pity on me because he saw how terrible I was before I came out here. I did not squat 200 pounds, never squatted 200 pounds. I'm pretty sure my bench was like 145, and I think I just pulled like 300 pounds for the first time a few months before coming out here. And Dave took pity on me and started helping me out, and ever since then has been doing my programming and turning me into a less shitty lifter. And as of last year, got my first pro total, started going multiply. That was my first pro total.
So what can we find in your log? Like, why should we read your log?
Oh my God, so many reasons. Okay, one, my log is the funniest log that has ever been written. It's full of puns and memes, a few lifting videos, more memes and videos, and lots of jokes. Yokes and Jokes is its official title. That's nowhere on the internet, but that's what I call it in my head, which means it's its official title. But my log goes through our whole program that Dave puts out, and I try and go into some of like the rationale for why we do what we do, and it's also me learning how to train. So Dave does our programming, but a lot of what we work on is how I make decisions as a lifter, figuring out what weaknesses are, learning to program for those things, how to make the changes that you need on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and when we have new lifters in, working with them and learning how to train and coach other people. That's also been a big thing that he's been helping me work on, and it's been a really interesting adventure trying to kind of go from just learning about my own training to working with other lifters and seeing what they need to change technically or with programming, or even just, how to approach someone on a given day leading up to a meet, seeing what kind of they need to hear or not hear to kind of get them to be where they need to be.